na tumututol o naghihigpit na sa pagtatayo ng mga data center dahil inuubos daw ng mga ito ang supply ng tubig.
So pinanood namin itong documentary ng GMA7 at ni Jessica Soho na entitled Pax Silica, makakabuti ba o makakasama?
Balitang balita nitong mga nakaraang linggo, binanggit pa ng Pangulo sa kanyang SONA, Pax Silica, na may hatid daw na kaunlaran at maraming trabaho.
And as writers and scriptwriters ourselves, we want to give a brief but critical analysis of how the documentary was framed. Right from the get-go, alam mo nang may anti-Pax Silica angle ang documentary.
Pero nakasisira naman daw ng kalikasan. Kaya ngayon pa lang, panay ng binabatikos.
Unang-una, the first few minutes are already reeking of environmental wokeism and fear-mongering.
Sa likod ng lahat ng ito, may mga AI hub o data center kung saan pinoproseso ang mga pinapagawa sa AI sa loob ng naglalakihang mga building.
What did we keep saying again? Kapag ang anti-Pax Silica narrative ay nagsisimula at umiikot agad sa data centers, bobo yarn.
Meron ng nasa 40 data centers sa kasalukuyan ang Pilipinas, katulad ng nasa Quezon City at ang kamakailan lang binisita pa ni Pangulong Marcos.
Because here's the fundamental problem. Pax Silica in the Philippines is not simply a data center project. And yet, data centers agad ang ginawang major entry point ng documentary. Nagbigay pa ng figures tungkol sa data centers sa China at Amerika.
Kakaunti pa lang ito kung ikukumpara sa daan-daan na meron ang China at libo-libo naman sa Amerika.
May 40 plus daw sa Pilipinas, hundreds in China, at thousands in America. So what? Again, Pax Silica is not simply about building data centers. The bigger story is about semiconductors, AI, advanced manufacturing, critical minerals, and building an entire technology supply chain ecosystem.
Ito po yung pagdi-design, ito po yung silicon wafer production, yung fabrication. Ito po yung gusto nating dalhin dito. Kasi po marami po sa ating mga halimbawa po na mga Pilipino na nagtatrabaho sa Taiwan, yan po ang ginagawa nila, yung phase 2, phase 3 at phase 4. Ito po yung gusto natin. Ang kaakibat natin dito yung sina Mr. Dan Lachica na ma-ensure po na mailagay po ito sa gusto natin na technology transfer.
And if we're talking specifically about semiconductor fabrication, the more technically precise term would be foundry and potentially pure play foundry if the facility manufactures chips designed by other companies. So maybe before making a documentary about Pax Silica, do more research muna. Because if your opening argument is basically data centers use lots of water and electricity, look how many there are in America and China.
Pagamat dumarami rin ang mga lugar doon, kabilang na ang New York na tumututol o naghihigpit na sa pagtatayo ng mga data center.
Then congratulations. You have already framed the project through fear before explaining what the project actually is. And here's another thing.
Sabi, ang Pax Silica project ay baka ubusin ng tubig because of the data centers na ilalagay. Well, unang-una po, kagaya na sabi ko, hindi maaring mag-invite tayo ng data centers, but it's not all about data center.
Mismong BCDA has previously acknowledged that data centers alone are not necessarily the most attractive economic activity for the Philippines because of their relatively limited employment generation compared with higher value industries such as semiconductor manufacturing. That's exactly why the bigger opportunity is the technology and manufacturing ecosystem around Pax Silica.
Una-una po, hindi rin strong on job generation ang data center. Ang gusto natin dito is high quality job generation. Kaya manufacturing businesses and companies ang target natin.
So why start with the data center fear-mongering? Either Jessica Soho and her research team are seriously misinformed about what Pax Silica is actually trying to build, or the documentary has an agenda. And then comes the comparison with the United States. Jessica's documentary talks about the thousands of data centers in America. Then she brings up places like liberal or Democrat-run New York that have opposed data centers. Why?
Dahil inuubos daw ng mga ito ang supply ng tubig na kailangan para palamigin o hindi mag-overheat ang mga computer at makina.
From a scriptwriting POV, that's a very convenient way of constructing the narrative. You show America having thousands of data centers, then you show Americans opposing them, then you bring that fear back to the Philippines. Classic environmental woke framing. You might even think the script was written by some white environmentalist tree-hugger American woke liberal sitting in Brooklyn, terrified that technology might disturb a tree. And yes, they even brought Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez into the documentary. Really?
Katulad ng ipinakita minsan ni US Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, garapon ng maruming tubig na nanggaling daw sa isang lugar kung saan may data centers na itinayo.
This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia, right after a data center was constructed.
If you're going to discuss America's experience with data centers, why not give viewers the bigger picture? Why not mention that President Donald Trump has been aggressively pushing the expansion of AI infrastructure and data centers in the United States because America sees AI compute and technological infrastructure as a strategic national priority? Why not mention that Texas, a Republican-dominated state, has become one of America's biggest data center hubs? Why focus heavily on New York? Because apparently if New York liberals don't like something, that automatically becomes evidence that the Philippines should be afraid of it too. Come on.
Ang kaso, ayaw daw ni President Donald Trump maungusan ng China ang Amerika sa larangan ng AI. Kaya bumuo si Trump ng koalisyon o alyansa ng mga bansa kabilang ang Pilipinas. Tinawag itong Pax Silica.
The United States isn't treating data centers simply as some environmental catastrophe. They're treating them as part of the infrastructure required to win the AI and technology race against China. Yes, there are legitimate questions about water consumption. Yes, there are legitimate questions about electricity. Yes, communities should ask about environmental impact. But that's not the same thing as fear-mongering, and that's exactly where Jessica Soho's documentary becomes problematic.
And then ang dami ng fake news. Fake news number one, there's not a single AITA in the property. Fake news number two, there's not a single farmer in the 1,600 hectares. Fake news number three is actually, do you know that there was actually no discussion of a data center in Pax Silica?
Instead of first explaining why Pax Silica exists, what the Philippines is trying to build, and why semiconductors, AI, and advanced manufacturing matter to our economy and national security, the documentary immediately puts viewers into the mindset of data centers, water, electricity, environmental danger. That's not giving Filipinos info about Pax Silica. That's framing Pax Silica. Because if you're going to criticize Pax Silica, criticize it based on what it actually is, not on a simplified, woke, fear-driven version of what you want viewers to think it is. That's not journalism, that's narrative construction. And from a writer/scriptwriter's POV, that's exactly what makes this documentary so frustrating. So, Jessica Soho and her data centers, Bobo Yarn?